So we've learnt how to say I did something in the past and did you do something. So let's focus now on he, she, it and you formal. And the endings, the sounds that you need to remember for he, she in the past is o and io. O and io. I-o. So o is just o with an accent, and io is I-o with an accent. So o, io. O, io. And you could work out that the o goes with the AR and the io goes with ER or IR. The accent on the o, you can see it helps to show us how it's different from I in the present. For example, when you say compro, I buy. This is o with an accent, which means we push down at the end of the word. So compro would be I buy, no accent. Comprò, accent pushing down on the end of the word, is he or she bought. Comprò. So o, io. So he bought something. Comprò algo. Comprò algo. He talked. Habló. Habló. And then the io, the not AR, the ER or IR. He learnt. Aprendió. He learnt Spanish in Spain. Aprendió español en España. Abrió. He, she, it opened. Abrió. Vivió. He, she, it, you formal, lived. Vivió. So o, io for he and she. How would you say he helped? He helped. Ayudó. Ayudó. He helped a lot. Ayudó mucho. Ayudó mucho. How about she ran? She ran. To run, an ER verb. She ran. Corrió. Corrió. Try an IR one. He lived in Spain. He lived in Spain. Vivió en España. Vivió en España. How about another IR one? She decided something. She decided something. Decidió algo ayer. I just added on yesterday. Decidió algo ayer. She decided something yesterday. How about he asked? He asked, an AR verb, like to ask a question. He asked. Preguntó. 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 And what about he arrived yesterday? He arrived yesterday. And to arrive, another AR verb, llegar. So he arrived yesterday would be llegó ayer. Llegó ayer. Okay, let's introduce another one. So we've got he or she in this lesson. And now let's look at they. They. And for they, it's Aaron or Ieron. Aaron, Ieron. So they is Aaron, Ieron. And you will notice that in the present tense, the ending for they had an N, and the same in the past. The last part is an N. Aaron, Ieron for they. They did. So they needed would be necesitaron. They ate would be comieron. Comieron. They lived would be vivieron. Vivieron. And how would we say they arrived? They arrived. An AR verb, they arrived. Llegaron. 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 How about they learnt? They learnt. Aprendieron. Aprendieron. How about they existed? As in they existed a long time ago. They existed. Existieron. Existieron. How about they opened early? They opened early. Early, if you remember, is pronto. They opened early. Abrieron pronto. Abrieron pronto. How about they went out early? They went out early. If you remember, to go out is salir. So they went out early would be salieron pronto. Salieron pronto. And we'll just add to the end of this lesson, we, because it's fairly straightforward, not quite as straightforward as in the present tense where you take the R off and add mos, but still quite straightforward. It's either amos or imos. Amos, imos. So we bought, compramos, and imos, so we ate, comimos, we lived, vivimos. So you'll notice that for the AR, amos, the past and the present has got the same ending. So the only way you would know whether you're saying we dance or we danced is from the context of what you're talking about. And the same would be for the IR. Vivimos, you wouldn't know whether that meant we live or we lived unless you had the context of what the conversation was about. So amos and imos. Amos, imos. So how would you say we helped? We helped. Ayudamos. 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 How about we learnt? We learnt. Aprendimos. Aprendimos. How about we learnt a lot yesterday? Aprendimos mucho ayer. Aprendimos mucho ayer. How about we wrote a lot? Escribimos mucho. Escribimos mucho. Escribimos mucho. What about we ran? We ran. ER verb, we ran. Corrimos. Corrimos. We ran fast. Corrimos rápido. Corrimos rápido. How about we danced and we ate? We danced and we ate. Bailamos y comimos. Bailamos y comimos. So, quick recap. We began the lesson looking at he, she, o, io. Then we went on to they did in the past, aron and ieron. And then we ended with amos, imos for we. So let's try some of those out, mixing them up. How would you say they helped? Ayudaron, ayudaron, ayudaron. How about he lived? He lived. Vivió, vivió. How about we drank too much? We drank too much. Bebimos demasiado. Bebimos demasiado. How about they paid? They paid. To pay, AR verb, pagar. They paid would be pagaron. Pagaron. He paid would be pagó. 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 How about he ran very fast? He ran very fast. Corrió muy rápido. Corrió muy rápido.